Hello, my name is Michelle Hunt, and I am going to be going over Module 7, Why We Must All Become Digital Citizens. First, what is digital citizenship? Digital citizenship is the responsible use of computer, internet, or anyone whose devices to engage with the society on any level. Okay, so today's two quotes that stuck out to me are today's students are using technology to collaborate, learn, research, and communicate at school and at home. And the other one that really stuck out to me was we have to equip our students and ourselves to understand what are acceptable behaviors and help them become smart and responsible, respectful online users. Concepts that are included in digital citizenship that could be taught to students is empathy. Empathy can be challenging to teach, but is critical to understand how people talk and act online. Number 2, how the internet works. It's important for students to understand there are many steps when doing anything on the internet. It is not just a push the email send button. There are hundreds of steps that get you to that point. Number 3, understanding user data. You always leave a digital footprint, whatever you do. Make students aware that companies can track what they do and what they have viewed and searched, and then some companies can use and sell that information. Number 4, digital literacy. Hardest to teach to students knowing the difference between real and fake news. Really just teaching them to understand not everything they see on the internet is real. Number 5, acknowledging the digital divide. Something that really stuck out to me is there are 75.23% of Americans who do not have internet access, and of those 75% of Americans, 20% are living in the Midwest, which is huge for me, and the fact that I am in the Midwest, and that would be something very important that I would want to know about my students. Number 6, practicing digital wellness, teaching to not indulge or overindulge in the internet for unreasonable amounts of time. Just healthy internet use. Number 7, making sure their devices are secure. They need to know that they need to secure their phones, devices, tablets, computers. All of their technology that has access to the internet. Okay. Teaching digital citizenship helps build a positive culture that supports safe and responsible technology use. Why should you teach it? Why should digital leadership be taught? Teaching digital leadership equips students with the knowledge, skills, and resources to succeed as lifetime learners. What do students need to know? Students need to know about in curriculum for digital citizenship, privacy and security, self-image and identity, really making sure that they know that they are not to share personal information and that they are creating a self-image out there on the internet. Number 3, relationship and communication, really teaching them about healthy relationships on the internet and what is and isn't okay and how to communicate on the internet. Number 4, cyberbullying and digital drama is something very real for our kiddos and something that should be taught. What to do if cyberbullying occurs, as well as how to prevent and stay away from cyberbullying and digital drama. Internet safety. What is safe? What is not safe? And how and when things need to be reported to the adult. Information literacy is important as well as copyright laws. One of our articles I read really stuck out to me that we are a copy and paste society. We copy and paste things, and teaching our kiddos what is okay and what is not okay and how to really make information our own and not to break copyright laws. Number 8, I think this is huge, a digital footprint. You are leaving a footprint wherever you go on the internet. It is never erased. A lot of our kiddos think that they can do or say on the internet and that they can delete it and it's gone, but really just teaching them that it is never gone. I really liked this acronym READY and READY, so R is to remind or make sure to remind students about what they make public. 3, encourage, to stay off technology with friends offline. Peer relationships offline is just as important. A, accountability of internet safety. D, to demonstrate or model the use of good citizenship and sharing and stealing online content. And why? Yes. Yes to digital tools, but knowing how to teach safety in use of those digital tools. Five questions that you could ask yourself or your students could ask themselves before posting. Thought this was important. 1, what impression are you giving? 2, do I really want this information out there? 3, am I oversharing? 4, what would I want someone to share this fact or idea about me? Or 5, does it pass the newspaper test? And this one stuck out to me, and this is something that our technology director in our district has said. Do you want this plastered on the front page of the newspaper? Or, as he says, would you want grandma to see it? So if grandma can see it, or it can be on the front page of the newspaper, then it's okay to post. I really think that's something very important to teach our students as well as our staff. Okay, so next was E-Rate. And what is E-Rate? It's a program where schools and libraries can apply for funds to purchase hardware, internet access, and telecommunications to connect students to learning opportunities. And with E-Rate, this was something that I didn't know existed, so this information was very helpful. Things that are included in E-Rate, to qualify for E-Rate, you would have to follow the Children's Internet Protection Act, which requires all school districts to provide a technology to protect students from harmful materials, as well as the FERPA Act, which protects the privacy of students' education records and gives access to parents to view those records. How E-Rate and CIPA are related. To qualify, schools and libraries must provide for educating minors about appropriate online behavior, including interacting with others and individuals on social networking websites and in chat rooms, as well as cyberbullying awareness and response. Okay, so in my district, in Eudora schools, we have these are the policies that we have in place within our student handbook. I'm not going to read every one of them, but we do have policy, and we quote the Children's Internet Protection Act here. These are more policies. One big thing that we have that we push is subject to staff supervision of technology. We really make sure what our kiddos are on, as well as we have sites that we can get into see what our students are doing as they're doing it or on our campus. So that will alert our computers if something is searched that should not be. So we can take care of it in the classroom, as well as administration is known and the technology director, which so it doesn't have to just wait for the technology director to let us know. We know immediately. This is more on supervision and monitoring, and this goes into cyberbullying and the response. Here's a standard correlation. This assignment helped me better understand what digital citizenship means and why it is so important in today's society. I used the information that I learned from the articles and was able to put together to promote the educational well-being of my staff. The relevance. The articles were relevant to my current learning and the standard and has better equipped me to educate others on digital leadership. I will be able to help my staff with resources on the importance of digital citizenship and how to educate my students. I liked this assignment. I learned a lot of information completing this assignment and can take back what I learned now to my school currently. I will also be able to use this information in the future in my district as a leader to be better prepared to educate others. I think this is something that should be reviewed every year with staff and students if it isn't already. And I think this slideshow I can use in the future as a building leader. Okay, and here are my references, as well as links to all my references. Thank you.